Hi, it's Krista with Flourish Yoga, and I have a special little, quick little routine for all the skiers and snowboarders out there this morning. Toby's going to help me share this, or Toby's going to hopefully move off my mat at some point as we get moving. But this is a routine that's going to get your brain engaged so that you're thinking quicker. It's going to get your core engaged. It's going to stretch out some of those muscles and kind of release the muscles through the hips and the ankles and all those places that we need to have mobility, even up through the neck. Okay, so before we get started, I have three little things I love to do before doing any exercise. And so these ones work really well. If you can put them on before your yoga, it will, they'll kind of have a chance to start to get to work before you hit the slopes. So this one here is breathe. So you can put a couple drops on your chest. You can even just breathe that in. Oh, I also like to take a swipe of this just underneath the nose. That helps you just breathe in really, really deep. Okay, so that's going to help your, those deep breaths happen and help you get connected to your breath. And it also helps to clear out. Sometimes we get that congestion when we get outside in the cold, so that's going to help that one. Balance is the other one. I love for different exercises, I love to put it on the bottoms of my feet. I use this one just about every day, just because we just need more balance in our lives. And it's kind of the de-stress oil, but it's tree oils, it's rooted in ground. It's going to help you get into your feet and really be part of that. The other one that we're going to use is deep blue, and especially putting this on early before you get completely ready to head out the door. Sometimes it's a little bit cooler, a little bit warm on the skin, so if you add it in, so I like to put it on my low back. That's my stress point when I'm skiing, but it might be your shoulders. You can add a little bit of that into here. It might be a knee that you want to add that in, so just feel free to kind of place that where you need it. It will go where it's needed in the body, but place it where you can reach it. All right, let's get started. So we'll see if we can find a mat here. Toby, off the mat. Yeah. All right, so coming onto your hands and your knees. Good. So sitting up nice and tall, you want your hands underneath your shoulders. Good, we're just gonna start to get the spine moving. Couple quick cat-cows. So looking forwards, deep breath in, deep breath out as you round down. Good, again, nice deep breath in. And so we're doing our breathing just as we start to get moving, just to keep this short and sweet, but also because we want to have that feeling of movement with the breath, right? And bringing it down. Okay, so hands are planted nice and strong. Slightly, so you can tuck your toes and just slightly lift your knees, just like you're trying to slide a piece of paper under it. And as you do that, notice how that engages your core. Okay, so feel that core engaged. Set your knees back down. Take one arm, one opposite leg, extending it out and drawing it back in. So the idea with this is we're getting our stabilizer muscles starting to wake up and move. We're getting our core engaged and moving. You want to keep this part of your body as flat as you can. So inhaling, extending up, exhaling and bringing it back. Inhale and exhale. Good, so just dropping your toes together, knees go out wide. Give it a nice little stretch here, releasing your hips back towards your heels. And then we're going to move right up into downward dog. So in downward dog, feel free to bend one knee and the other, just kind of starting to move into the pose. Bend both knees, get your belly attached to your thighs, slowly straighten it out, and just kind of take a couple deep breaths. And then walking up towards your hands, releasing down, just pause here for a moment in a forward fold, allowing your fingertips to reach down towards the ground, just gently stretching the backs of your legs. If this is hard on your low back, you're just going to bend your knees. Good. Inhaling up and exhaling back to your heart. All right, standing up nice and tall. One of my favorite poses to do before skiing is eagle pose, because eagle is the one that gets our brain connections going. So you can take one foot across your body. I get my balance going here. Toe can be on the ground, lifted or wrapped around. Arms extend out, opposite arm goes over and lifting up. So maybe right here, maybe this is too much, maybe right here is enough of a stretch for you, and that's okay. Or you can wrap that all the way around. Wherever it is, I want you to lift your elbows up, take your fingertips away, so come a little bit deeper into that. You can start bending the knees there to get into that squat position. Get those calves warmed up, those quadriceps warmed up. Good. Releasing that out. And then the other side. So other foot comes over and around, whatever leg's on top, opposite arm over. Good. Lifting your elbows up, taking your fingertips away, and then coming down nice and deep into that pose. Couple of breaths, feeling that stretch across the shoulder blades. You get more of that stretch the more you lift your elbows and take your fingers away. Remember to relax your shoulders down. Like you're not trying to wear your shoulders up by your ears. Good. Release that out. Give it a little roll out to the shoulders. Plant your feet so they're both hip width apart. Hip width we mean by your hip bones, hip width apart. Good. And then you're going to inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees. So coming into your chair pose in yoga or your squat. Good. If you have a block handy, this is one that you may want to put the block right there between your thighs. So that short end of the block. Now we're squeezing into the block as we come into this. This helps to activate your muscles even more. This is a really good one if knees tend to be an issue for you while you're skiing. This is going to help to strengthen those muscles around the knee. Good. Come down a little bit deeper. Hands come to your heart. Now we want to look for some upper and lower body separation, right? So taking your elbow outside the knee and then just using that to open up. If you want even further, opening up through the arms. Good. Release back to center. Good, deep breath in. Breathing out as you release to the opposite side. Then you can open your arms up. And back to center. Excellent. Releasing that block from you. Place it back over here. Coming up to stand nice and tall at the top of your mat. And let's find our mountain pose. So spreading your toes nice and wide. Pressing down through the big toes and the little toes. You want to really feel into this M1 and this M5 and into the center of the heel. So pressing all sides of your feet down, all those pressure points. Can you slightly lift up your arches? So feel your legs super, super strong and engaged. Good, breathing in, lifting up. Good, breathing out, deep step. Back with one leg. Okay, so from here, we're in a crescent lunge or like a warrior one type of a position. What I want you to do in this one is bend the back knee, tilt your pelvis up slightly until you start to feel this stretch through your hip flexor. So the one muscle right in through here. And then just slowly start to stretch that back out again. So you extend your heel down, so you want to have that stretch through the back of the calf and into the ankle joint. But we also want to stretch right up in here through our hip flexor. Good, and then from here, arms extended. You could even take a little bit of a, now I'm going to go this way. Top arm is going to be opposite the leg there, coming into eagle. And get ready for this one. You're going to inhale, lifting up. Exhale, we're going to take this forwards. So using those balance muscles, extend that back leg strongly behind you. You're going to be flattening off your hips, keeping that leg extended out. And you can extend out through the arms and releasing back. Good, we're going to do the other side. So you ready for this? You can do a jump switch there. Good, get your legs really moving. Okay. So again, extending back through your back leg, bend this knee slightly, tilt your pelvis up, and then re-engage and extend, really stretching through that hip flexor. So then opposite arm on top, get that last little stretch in through the shoulders and activating the brain. Deep breath in as you lengthen, deep breath out, coming forwards. Gonna find my balance point there today. Remember to level off the hips. Extending out through the heel, extend out through the arms, and back. Good. All right. One last little thing. Instead of doing a full shavasana, I want us to do a little bit of a stretch. One last little release for the low back and for our hips. So you can lie on your back, taking one leg across, and then you're just going to draw the bottom leg in. So this is a reclined pigeon pose, so you get this nice, beautiful stretch through the outside of the leg. I also find this really releases any tension through my low back. So it can be good before you head out on the slopes,
And also this is a great one to do after you come in again. And then from here we're going to go into a twist. So this bottom foot's going to flat down on your mat, and then you're just going to drop your knees over to one side until that other foot releases onto the floor. And then from here you can extend your arm out, you can look one direction or the other and just play with that, noticing, trying to get some freedom in through your neck muscles. Good, hold that for a couple of breaths. And then coming back in, we'll swap to the other side. So take that opposite leg across so your knee grows heavy, reaching through to grab a hold of that thigh, behind the thigh. And just feeling that stretch in the outer hip area. A couple breaths. And then you can let the bottom foot rest on the ground. Just simply let your knees fall over to the side till the other foot comes down. And then you can extend out and have a little bit of a stretch through the neck area. Again, just taking it from side to side, noticing how that feels. You can go up into cowboy surrender if you want a bit more of a stretch through the shoulder area. Just trying to have your wrist flat towards the floor. Good, and then to even this off so that we're symmetrical again, you lift back up, release the foot, and just hug the knees in towards you. If you have any sort of knee issues, you're going to hug right in underneath the knees and not be putting any pressure on the knees. So hugging those in towards you. And then you're ready to hit the slopes. All right, enjoy that. Let me know how it works for you and have a great time enjoying all those winter sport activities we have. Namaste.